Hi besties, how are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing great. Thank you so much for the love you have been showing me. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for always liking the videos. Thank you for all the love, besties. I do not take it for granted. So today I want to teach you about how you can apply for an Ausbildung, be it you're in Kenya, in Rwanda, in South Africa, depending on where you are watching me from. Here is how you can apply for an Ausbildung in Germany, step by step. Everything you need to know, name it. I'm gonna teach you today. That is how I applied for my Ausbildung that I'm going to start tomorrow. Yes, besties, you heard me right. Tomorrow I start my Ausbildung finally, and I'm going to show you how I did it. So besties, what is Ausbildung? It's a dual vocational training here in Germany. So for example, it combines theory and practical. So for example, you work 2 days and then 2 days you're in school, or you work 3 days and then 2 days you're in school, or you work 1 week, the other week you're in school. It depends, but it's a combination of both practicals and theory. How long does an Ausbildung take? It depends. Sometimes it can be 2 years, 2.5 years, or 3 years. So it depends with which Ausbildung you're going to do. For example, the one that I'm going to do is called Pflegehelferin. So mine is like a caregiving assistant. You know, I'm doing caregiving. Then I will be studying like 1 week in school, 1 week I work, or I don't know yet my schedule, how it's going to be. As I said, I am beginning tomorrow my Ausbildung, but this is how it works. Half your studies, half your practicals, and there at the practicals is where you earn the money because you are employed there. Yes, you don't earn like a lot of money, but it's enough for you to like eat and pay your WG. You don't know what a WG is? It's a shared accommodation here in Germany where you can like share the kitchen, share the bathroom, and then you just pay for a small room and you live with other people. So yeah, besties. So for example, let's say, besties, you want to study nursing, You're in Kenya, you're in Africa, or wherever you are, in Asia, you want to study nursing. Nursing usually lasts 3 years. And for example, if you want to do nursing assistant, or if you want to do, for example, nursing assistants to see if nursing is for you, then if you pass the exams at the end of the day, you can maybe studying the official nursing for 2 years or 2.5 years, depending on what you get at the end of the Ausbildung. For example, me, I'm going to do the Pflegehelferin, yeah? So if I pass the Pflegehelferin exams, I can, if I want to now study Pflegefachkraft, now the caregiving itself without the assistant, they will reduce my years because it's supposed to be 3 years, now they will reduce it to maybe 2 years. Yes, that's how it works. This now we come to salary. How much does a Supi earn? Like how much does the trainee earn per month? It depends, as I said, it depends with the Ausbildung you're going to do. So it ranges from 800 to 1300 euros per month. And yeah, that's without the taxes. I don't know, like the deduction of the cost of some things there. As I said, I'm really new, but I just want to help you with the information that I know. Yeah, besties, and if somebody knows more there, please comment down below. That would be so helpful also to the other people watching this video. So it's about 800 to 1300, and each year you get more. So for example, me, I get 1265 they pay me euros per month, and then the second year I get 1365, so they added 100 euros on top, so it increases each year. But you're wondering which Ausbildung can I apply that pays the highest? Of course, besties, we all know nursing is the Ausbildung that pays the highest amount of money. Yeah, besties. In which fields, besties, in which field can you apply for the Ausbildung? It depends with what you want. There's a lot of fields that you can apply from, be it healthcare, be it IT, be it trades, hospitality. You can study to become like a receptionist, anything that you want. Like in a hotel, they also need people. In the healthcare is the #1 leading that they need a lot of people in the healthcare section. So if you come here and you choose the healthcare Ausbildung, you will be on the right path, because you will never like not have work. You always have work, even though it is demanding, of course, to be a nurse with the night shifts and the morning shifts, irregular shifts. It is the most highest paying Ausbildung when you are doing. I don't know if IT is also the highest. I don't know, but for now, me, I know healthcare is good if you want to choose. You don't have to do like the healthcare. You can also do the IT. You can also do the trade. Who knows what you want to do? The bakery, the hospitality industry. There's a lot of things that you can do when you're here. So, besties, what are the requirements that are needed to apply for this Ausbildung? First of all, the most important requirement is that you have German, B1 or B2. Strongly recommended B2. If you have B1, B2, you can apply. For me, I applied with a B2 certificate that I actually didn't do the official TELC exams. I found a really nice employment as the people who employed me and connected me to the school accepted my B2 certificate that I did in my school. So it is not like an official TELC or GOTE. It is just, yeah. I mean, they're not so difficult. Learning German is not that difficult. It depends with how much you want to speak, how much you want to come here. You can learn German. If you don't have any money, that you don't know where you can learn German, you can, of course, learn on YouTube. There's a lot of people I used also to follow. You can watch the videos that they make, buy books. Sometimes you can also buy their programs on cheaper prices, and then you can join their live when they are teaching. You can also learn on Duolingo. I feel like Duolingo is a little bit slow, so I would advise you to. You can also find a nice cheap school that you can learn A1. A1 is not even difficult. You can go progressing A2, and then who knows, if you're a fast learner, you can learn good enough by yourself and apply for the exam. But for me, I learned German when I was in Kenya at Goethe Institute, Nairobi, and I did the exams also there. And I only reached until A2 level before I came here, and then I continued learning further. So it depends with what you want. So what is the second requirement? The second requirement is that you at least have a secondary school leaving certificate. You have at least what we call it in Kenya KCSE. But some Ausbildungs, they do not ask for the KCSE certificates, like depending on the field that you're applying. But other, like for example, healthcare, IT, they will ask for your certificate, and you have to recognize that certificate. In Kenya, we don't need to translate our certificates because they're already in English. So when you come here to Germany, the first thing you should do, bestie, is go to the Ausländerbehörde, like the municipality, and apply and send you a copy of your KCSE certificate together with a CV there, your CV and reason to why. It depends with the Bundesland. For me, they asked me the copy of my certificate, my CV, and why I am wanting my certificate to be recognized. So I put them there and I send it to the I don't know what it is called in English, besties, but that's where you send it, and then you have to wait. So this, if you're planning to come as an au pair, please, this is the first thing you should do, because you have to recognize your certificate, and it takes a while. Like mine took 4 months because I'm in a big city. I live in Hamburg, so it took so much time before they send it back. But then they will send that recognition of certificate back, equivalent to how much you would have gotten if you were in German. For example, for me, I didn't pass KCSE so good. It was not good, besties. I failed, but especially sciences and math. I failed sciences and math, and therefore I wanted to first apply an Ausbildung as a kindergarten teacher, like as just to work with kids because I love kids. But I unfortunately couldn't qualify to apply that Ausbildung because I had failed math and sciences, so it didn't go so good. But I was told you can apply nursing, you can apply Pflege, you can do other things. It's not the end. So you will get your certificate recognized equivalent, for example, to, they have like Hauptschulabschluss, Realschulabschluss, some things that they have to need to, I will put them here because I'm so sorry, I will put them here so you can see the equivalence to what I mean of whatever you have, what can you do with it. Yeah, another requirement basically is the age. Does Ausbildung have age requirement? No, it does not legally have an age requirement, but some employers prefer they can prefer like an age, but there is really not any age limit for you to apply for an Ausbildung. For example, if you're still in Kenya, most employers that would bring you here would actually want someone who is between age 18 to 35. But I didn't say like you cannot apply if you're 36, 37, but that is their preference, you get? But there's really no age limit. Anyone who has the certificate, KCSE or any certificate that you have, can do Ausbildung. Yeah. So besties, how do you apply? How do you apply now for the Ausbildung? You have to directly apply at the company that employs you, not the school. I don't know if you can apply via the school, but me, what I know, you have to apply via the company that is looking for Azubis, trainees. That is what you should apply. For example, me, I went and searched caregiving home. The caregiving home had an advertisement there on Google that they are looking for trainees for 2026, 2027, now that you can apply. So me, I applied there. They said, oh, you can apply, send us your application, send us your CV. So I sent my CV, my picture, everything. You have to apply to the employer, not the school. And then if they accept you, they will give you the school that they are in together with. Like, for example, my school, my caregiving home works with another school that is around here at our place. That is the school I will be attending. They're in together with the school. So you just don't randomly go to a school that that you pick. I want this school, I want this. No, the employer has the school that they work together with. So you have to apply at the employer. Now, you get it? Yeah. So now you're wondering, how now do I apply for the visa? The visa is, there are specific visa types, of course, besties, but you are going to apply specifically for an Ausbildung visa. You're usually given, that's a long-term visa. It's a national visa, long-term, because you're not coming here only for 1 year, but you're coming here for maybe 3 years, 3.5 years, who knows, 2.5 years, because that is at least the minimum that you can do an Ausbildung. So you're going to be given a long-term visa. So besties, I'm gonna now show you step by step on how you're going to apply for an Ausbildung. First, you're gonna go in Google, just like as you see here. Here is the overlay of what I'm doing. You go to Google, you type Ausbildung 2026, 2027. Here, after you have typed, you go to the, skip all these ads, like not the Steuer, just go straight to this called Ausbildung.de. That is where I found my Ausbildung. There, Ausbildung.de. You can see Ausbildung Hamburg 2026 because I'm in the region of Hamburg. It depends where you want to go. If you want to go to Düsseldorf, North Rhine-Westphalia, South Germany, North Germany. So me, I'm in the north of Germany. Yeah. Then it will come here and says, what are you looking for? It is in German, that's why you need to learn German, but you can translate the page. And then you will come here and say, maybe I'm looking for a Pflegefachmann or Pflegefachassistentin. So maybe we do the Pflege. And then it shows where. Then you can choose where you want to do the Ausbildung. And then you're going to find places. Stellen finden means find places. And then here you're going to see now for example, this one is a clinic. It is in Cologne, and this clinic is looking for nurses, nursing assistant, and they have over 3,448 open positions there. So you come here, you find Pflege, Etienne, you see, does it fit you? And then you come here, you check what are the requirements that they need from you. See here, you find, for example, who you're going to contact, then phone number, their email, and then you come here, you will learn what are you. Was macht man eigentlich in diesem Beruf? What does a person do in this job? There they have explained what a person does, and then you come here and everything is in German. I keep on saying this. Then you come here for the Aufgaben. Those are the things that that you will be doing, caring for people, feeling things, giving them medicine, and then it tells you what they need. The perspective of the things that they need and what you need. For example, the Abschluss. Abschluss is like the requirements that you need for them. The certificate, for example, the KCSE. And they say the Bewerbungsfrist, like it is still coming, like they can still accept applications. Schulabschluss that they need mittlere Reife. These are the things that I told you that they categorize. Hauptschulabschluss, Realschulabschluss, mittlere Reife. That is the depending on what you got in KCSE, C plus, C minor, just like that. This is how they categorize it. And they say it is a duale Ausbildung. Duale is that one, theory plus practicals, and they say also it is for 3 years. Dauer is 3 years. And then what is the Ausbildung Beruf? It's a Pflegefachmann or Pflegefachfrau. And then you come here, jetzt bewerben. Na? Besties, another example, for example, that I have found is Ausbildung. Okay, if you want to apply in Ausbildung in the supermarket, I told you can apply everywhere. As a butcher, there's a lot of things. As a person who do the sales there, the person who is arranging the things, the cashier. Like for example, here, this is a big supermarket here in Germany. It's called Edeka. And Edeka actually takes people all the way from Kenya and brings them here for Ausbildung. My friend knows this because there's a few Kenyans that are coming this August to start Ausbildung in this big supermarket called Edeka. And it's you can apply. So they ask here, you're going to be there full time. Full size, it says there. And they have things that they need. The Ausbildung at the supermarket, for example, it is 3 years. Na? And what do you bring? They want a Hauptschulabschluss or Realschulabschluss. That is a little bit lower. And then they say here, how many hours a week will you be working? It's 37.5 hours. And they say they give you 36 days of Urlaub, like of vacation. And they say on the first year you get paid 1,200 euros. And the second year 1,300 euros, and then the third year is 1,450 euros. And then after that you will graduate. And they also pay half of your HPV ticket. That is the ticket that you can travel with the train and the bus, but they do not provide accommodation. So you have to be very careful because most Ausbildungs don't give you accommodation. So you are the one who is going to find a cheap shared accommodation where you can stay. And this is also very easy. I will show you how you can find the cheap accommodations. But here it says jetzt bewerben, and then it will ask you to upload the CV and the certificate. The certificate that I'm saying, the Hauptschulabschluss, that is the KCSE certificate, the recognition. You apply, you have to upload it there. So besties, in short, you will need a CV, the certificate of KCSE, and a cover letter. The cover letter of why you want to apply for the Ausbildung, why this Ausbildung, why do you choose. You have to at least have a cover letter. Those 3 things are the only things that you need to apply for an Ausbildung. Nothing more. Now I'm going to show you. Now you have found the Ausbildung place. Now where are you going to stay? You can come to Google and search WG gesucht, WG gesucht, like you're searching for a Wohngemeinschaft. That is what it means. You're living together with other people. You come here and you click and then it will ask you to accept cookies, of course. And then here it will say give the city that you want. For example, me, I want to find a VG in Hamburg, no? And then you come here and you say you want a VG. Or if you have money, you can also say you want a one room for yourself with the kitchen, just like a bed sitter if you have money. And then here you will say find. Then you will see, now you will see this for per month 480 euros, for 60 euros, 808 euros, 650. It depends with how many people you're sharing with, and it shows here, for example, you share with 2 people and it's 12 meters, and yeah, 500 euros, and you share with 3 other people, so you will be 4 in total. It depends, but this is how you will find the Vono, like the place where you want to live. Then you will send the person, the landlord, a message and say, oh, I'm an Ausbildung person and I want to apply for a place to stay. Yeah, and then they will invite you to come and see the apartment. Or if you're still in Kenya, they will ask you for the deposit and everything, and then you pay. When you come here, you already have an apartment. Basis, you have already found an Ausbildung Platz. Now, what are the documents that they will ask from you? First of all, they are going to ask, of course, for the recognition of the school certificates, the your B2 certificate or B1, depending on what they want. They will ask for your passport. And yeah, if you're still here in Europe, they will ask to see if you're still legal here. So, and the place where you live. They will also ask you, if you're still in Kenya, where are you going to live? Before we give you a place, where are you going to live, you have to prove that you already have the apartment. So you will need to get an apartment first, so that you can have the address, or at least show them you are in search, you're still looking, because they will ask for that basis. Another thing that they will ask is for your yellow card. You know that yellow card that you have been injected against measles, against hepatitis B. They ask for that. And if you don't have that yellow card, you need to go to the doctor and get tested if you have the injection. Is it still in your body? Is the hepatitis B injection still in your body? Then they will check. If it's not, because mine was not, they will have to inject you again, and yeah, so that you can get that yellow card. So those are the things that I was asked. Actually, those were the few things that they asked. Also a passport photo, a small picture of my passport, a CV, a cover letter, why I want to do the Ausbildung in there, why did I choose their Altenheim to do an Ausbildung there. They will also need that. So because they will interview you. If you're still in Kenya, they will call you on a Zoom call, and then they will ask you these questions, and you will also have to provide all those documents. You will also need to apply for to provide for a police clearance certificate, that you have never been arrested before in Germany or in Kenya. You need to give that certificate too. Yes, besties. And you also need a bank card. You need to, they will ask you for your bank card. This is after you have found the Ausbildung place and now they're interested in you. They will also ask for the bank card. They will ask for the, what is it called? Krankenkarte? Like a card to show that you're insured in Germany. Yeah, they will ask for that. So be ready. For me, I applied an insurance. I had a private insurance before I came here. It was called Dr. Walter, but now I have insurance under TK, something Krankenkasse here in Germany. Yeah, and you just apply all these things online. Everything is free. You do not need anyone to, you don't need to pay anyone any money unless you're in dire need and they really will give you an Ausbildung place or an employer. But usually you do not need any money to apply for this Ausbildung. In case you're out there and you're already a qualified nurse, then you're in Kenya, you can go to this, or Uganda, you can go to a school called Nairobi German. It's located at Embassy House, room number 510, 5th floor. You have the certificate that you're a qualified nurse and you want to come work here. They will bring you here for free, and they will also give you German lessons for free. Actually, you will only be paying 3,000 Kenyan shillings per level. Is it per level or per month? Then they will make sure you have learned German, you did the exam, and then they will bring you here in Germany personally. So besties, if I was to advise you which Ausbildung should you apply, I would advise you to apply an Ausbildung in healthcare, just anything that involves healthcare industry. Then you will always get an Ausbildung position fast, and they are in dire need of nurses, caregivers here. And for example, I picked the caregiving, but because I know I will always have a job. If you see the pyramid of Germany, there are more old people than young people. So I will always have a job, and yeah, I know for sure that that I will always have a job, and I will be needed. I wouldn't have problems getting a job. Even if I move to another city, I will still get a job. So it just depends on you. If you're comfortable in working irregular shifts, yeah, if you're comfortable working on weekends, or you just want to change your life, then do this. And in case you're wondering, how can you really get from Kenya? You can also apply au pair, because me, I came with au pair visa to the Netherlands, and then I came to Germany. Because sometimes you can try one thing until you get blinded and think that is the only thing that you have to do. But I had to re-strategize my strategy, because I had applied for this for the German visa 2 times, and they denied me. So I had to re-strategize my plan and say, okay, I'm willing to sacrifice 1 year to go to the Netherlands as an au pair, and then after that I can apply for au pair in Germany. And when you're coming here, please carry every document that you will need in original: birth certificate, KCSE certificate, all the things that you will need, because you will need them, bestie. There's no point leaving all those certificates and everything lying there around, and then when you need them, how will you get them? And the visa here is going very quickly, and you have to always know that what you're going to do before before the visa expires. I always had to plan things 6 months prior. I already know what I'm going to do, how I'm going to apply for a visa, and then 3 months before my visa expires, I apply for another visa. It is not that easy, but I am sure, bestie, you can do it. Just learn German, just start from scratch. You don't have money, go to YouTube, go watch other people's live on TikTok who speak German. They teach you there for free. Learn slowly by slowly. Are you already in Qatar or in Saudi Arabia? You don't have time to learn, then book for evening classes. The time that you're done with work in the evening, go learn online. It is not that difficult. Find a school somewhere, pay the money, then learn. Then at least you can change your life step by step. Who knows? Maybe I see you here in Germany, besties. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, share, and I hope this video was very, very helpful to you and your family. And of course, you can share it to the young people who are between the age of 18 to 35. If you're 45 years plus, it's okay, or 40 years plus, it's okay. You can still do it, but it will be a bit difficult for you to find an employment agency. But if you're already in Germany, it's easy because you're already here and they will need you anyway. But if you're still in Kenya or in Africa, wherever you are, it might be a bit difficult for you. And of course, people will be asking, is it also for men? Yes, bestie, this thing is for every gender. For male, female, you can apply. It doesn't have like gender specific. If anyone can do this Ausbildung. Yes, besties. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Please share to your friends and comment down below if there is anything else you want me to talk about, or also an additional information that you think might be helpful for other people. Please comment down there below so that other people can find the information and also share it. Yeah, bye besties. I will see you tomorrow, of course, when I begin my Ausbildung, and then there you will be seeing how my life is as a trainee in Germany. Bye, bestie. Smooth as a silky. Hi, besties. How are you doing? How are you guys doing? Hi besties, how are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing. Did I say besties?